When the blitz is on, you need to protect your most valuable asset. That's why the NFL looks to Cisco Security, powered by AI, to protect their data from cyber attacks. When the game is on the line, the NFL relies on Cisco.
Drake, a lot of us said this week again of sense of urgency. That was Gerard's message. How do you take that? And we kind of talked about kind of what you said to your offense after practice one day last week. What kind of things go through your mind as you try to get back-to-back wins for the first time?
Yeah, just build on it from last week. I think big win in Chicago and a away game and in a big time atmosphere. I remember there was a time I was yelling "set hut" for the snap a few times on a fourth down before I called timeout, and they couldn't hear me. So, big win from there and just build on it. Like I said, sense of urgency, what Coach Maye was preaching. I think it starts with cleaning up, from the game Sunday, cleaning up some little things that I think we could have ended up being a bigger margin victory for us, especially offensively. The defense did about all they could, scoring in the red zone, and obviously my turnover. Got to just keep on, these little things that can kind of help build the complementary football that Coach Maye was preaching about. So I think, got another chance here at home, and LA's come off a short week, so I got to prepare for them, and they're good up front on defense, so I'm preparing for them.
How important has Alex Van Pelt been to you this season? How much have you learned from him?
Yeah, he's been huge. I think he's just a confidence booster for a quarterback. You love playing for offensive quarterback like AVP. He's positive, and also at the same time he'll coach you hard. He's done it. He's played quarterback in this league and at a high level. So he knows what it needs to be done and the task. He knows it's a tall task as well, which is pretty. Him and TC both kind of the quarterback minds and Coach McAdoo. So those three all know it's like how hard it is to play quarterback in this league and give a lot of leeway, but at the same time, know what's needs to be done.
Drake, how much better than you were April 28th, whenever the draft was?
Yeah, I think I'm working towards that. I think that's more of a perspective thing. I wouldn't say, with me, I'm just trying to build on every day. I think it's more of a thing for the outside crowd to say. I think I've come a long way within the system, of learning the system, knowing what to do, knowing where guys line up, getting in and out of run checks and pass things. So I think, but I wouldn't say better, I'd just say more comfortable. I think a lot of stuff is coming to tie together. I think still a lot of the same players and still the same player and the same plays that I've made in college making today. So I think just building on, getting more comfortable in this offense and just growing as a young adult.
You asked a question.
Oh, all right, cool.
You were talking about AVP. What's it like when the film comes up of him in Pittsburgh?
Yeah, it's cool. He shows some of his guitar fakes and his play action and a lot under center, and he threw it well. So he could throw the football. So it's cool seeing. He doesn't throw very much anymore. I think he's only thrown like one time, this season. But seeing him, do some of the same actions or, throwing the same concepts, it's pretty cool and it's pretty neat. Sitting out there on some old, grainy film. So.
Drake, what's the support been like from Jacoby since you took over as the starter, and was it at all difficult to find when to speak up as a leader, knowing he's still a captain and so respected?
Yeah, I think that's a good question. I think Jacoby's still a big time leader on this football team. Especially he's in my year, and I don't know if y'all see him on the sidelines, but it's basically like he's playing the game over there. He's yelling at me, yelling at the refs on the sidelines. So he's very animated, and that's his personality. I think everybody respects him on this football team. Has a lot of respect, and see what he did in the Jets game. I think that even just raised the bar of him coming in after me being the starter and him coming in and getting a big time win at home. I think those guys just respect him, and he's been a lot to me of just a mentor and just trying to learn everything I can. He's probably tired of me asking questions, but I think he enjoys it, and we enjoy being in the same room together.
Drake, the virtual reality headsets were a bit of a storyline this summer. I was curious, how much of those help you before you actually got to play, and do you still use them now that you're actually out on the field?
Yeah, they give just some of the base concepts and some of the concepts we carry in, week out. A little bit of the 2-minute stuff we have in some of the VR, but the VR has been a nice addition. Thankful to the Patriots organization for getting that and using that, and I think it's some every week just going back to the base stuff, and sometimes we can throw in the different team or the stadium we're playing in and get different looks, so it's pretty cool.
Drake, what do you feel like you've learned about yourself over the past 5 starts that you've had, first 5 starts of your career?
Learned about myself. I think just battling back from adversity in times in the game, in times in this season. Starting the season, obviously you plan on wanting to be the starter and handle adversity, throughout the locker room or throughout just being on the football team, and then handling adversity when I'm actually in there playing. So just channeling times, difficult times, and bouncing back and knowing at this position that these guys look to me and and know that I kind of gotta keep a kind of upbeat mindset and upbeat personality, because these guys follow me and listen to me and respect me. So.
Drake, sorry, I know you mentioned as a football fan, getting to face guys like Aaron Rodgers. This week you get to face Matthew Stafford. What is he someone you followed as a kid, and what does he mean to you against?
It's, Matt Stafford. I think back in the days watching Lions, I felt I always saw him playing on Thanksgiving, and seeing him play is pretty cool with Thanksgiving coming up. So anytime you play a Super Bowl winning quarterback and guy in this league who's done it a long time and play at a high level, it's cool to watch. I think I'll definitely take a moment and always try to watch warm up, see what they do or see how he's throwing it. I think that's kind of the coolest thing that I try to do. And other than that, just hopefully get a chance to meet him and respect his game, and hopefully you get a chance to come out with a win against a big time quarterback like that. It's always pretty cool feeling.
Drake asked Drake Maye about sliding and if that's going to be like a point of emphasis. He joked that there might be a sliding period in practice today. Has that been conveyed to you at all from the coaching staff in terms of just working on sliding and things like that?
Yeah. I wouldn't say working on it. I played baseball growing up, and I've slid, and the one time I slid against the Jets, I got hit in the head. So I think there's times and places for it. I think I definitely need to do a good, better job of getting down, taking care of my body, and I know that. I took one in the Bears game that was done with the kind of third quarter. So I'm mindful of it, and the coaches are doing a good job. TC does a nice job of emphasizing it. So I think it's it's kind of different when you're between the lines and you're trying to show your competitive side. So.
You don't show a lot of frustration, I guess I would say, on the field. Is not letting your emotions get the best of you or not showing emotions something that comes naturally, or is that something you've worked on?
Yeah, I think it's come naturally. Growing up, I think I was always kind of even keel mindset, and at the same time, I think showing frustration at times can be good. Can be good for the offense and can kind of fire those guys up. So kind of mixing and kind of feeling that out of when I could use that, especially in practice. I think getting frustrated and showing, hey, we pick it up is sometimes can be good. So I think just balancing that aspect of it, and at the same time, remind those guys of pumping them up, and that's the thing everybody feels good when you get pumped up. So
down that line, people have talked about having short memory being beneficial during the games. Do you agree? And if so, how do you manage to keep your memory short when it's needed?
Yeah, short memory. That's I think it's one of the biggest things for playing quarterback in this league. I think you see, over this past Sunday, Jared Goff. I think in his game. He uses some turnovers and what he does to come back and lead that football team to a win. I think there's so many times throughout the season you see, quarterbacks, especially at this level, that are handling adversity, and it's tough. It's tough. It's a tough feeling going out there after throwing an interception and jogging back out there, throwing it again. So I think it's something that it's kind of brushed under the rug when you're facing good defense and you go out there and make a bad play and have to run back out there and facing those same guys and have to throw it again. So I think it's definitely having a short memory, like you said, and just trusting those guys around you. I think our team does a good job, and especially the veterans, and Jacoby has been great on the sideline with plays, and I think just bouncing back and seeing how he bounce back.
Drake, the team released the mic'd up piece with you from the game the other day, and a significant percentage of it was you basically pumping up teammates and encouraging them during the game. Why is that important for you to sort of take time during game day to make sure that you're doing that for your teammates?
Yeah, I think pregame's kind of checking on the guys, see how they're feeling. I think I was saying a lot of the same things over and over, in the mic'd up. So I kind of try to keep it simple and don't try to bug anybody too much, because everybody's kind of got their own thing on game day. But I think pumping them up, like I said, everybody feels good when you say, hey, let's go, or hey, nice play, or hey, great job up front. I think little things like that can go a long way and being the leader on the offense and pumping those guys up.
Did you end up going out to eat with your linemen?
Say it again.
They caught you in the locker room saying, let's go get something to eat tomorrow.
Yeah, we went something to eat. We got something to eat. What's today? Wednesday. We got something to eat Monday. So.
Did you go anywhere good?
Yeah, we went somewhere. So we went somewhere good. So appreciate it.
Thanks, Drake.
Thank you.